Hunter Teal, man, for kind of exclusive interview, committed to Miami of Ohio earlier this year, but we just want to have a sit down, want to talk to a little bit and just, find a little more about him and kind of about his decision. But this is will be a Walton grad. Craig, how good does it feel to kind of talk to a fellow, Walton, a future alum?
Well, I've got to say, first, thank you for inviting us over for this. We've been big fans of your play last season. We're looking forward to seeing what you do this upcoming year for the Raiders. It's going to be exciting. Got a big game against Grayson to open it up. But, really just with all the commitments we've seen, I think yours is particularly interesting just with the type of fit you are, the unique skill set you're bringing to the table, and then just how enthusiastic they were to get you on campus, say they want you to play right away. So I think you have a great opportunity this season, but it's got to feel good just to have a program out there, Miami of Ohio, that wants to get you to campus and just seeing your hard work pay off.
Yeah. No, I'm just very lucky to have this opportunity. I can't be thankful enough because I feel like when I got the phone call the day they offered me, I felt like they found like their player, and that's what they were basically telling me, that they've been trying to look for like a specific type of dude, and that can move around and be like their adjuster in their whole offense. And so I feel like that was like kind of like what put it over the top, and when I got up there. And every time I do go up there, it gets better and better. And I'm just like, it feels like home every time I go up there. So, I'm very excited about it, and I can't be thankful enough for this opportunity. Yep.
Yes, sir. So I got another question for you, Hunter. I want to go back to your early playing days, right? You were playing linebacker, as you told us, and then when did that switch happen to kind of tight end? And then what do you enjoy most about just playing that position and being able to put all over the field and kind of be a valuable asset to your team?
So my whole elementary school, middle school years, I was a running back and linebacker, and then when I got to ninth grade, Coach K, the tight end coach at Walton now, he was like, we could use you really at fullback because you're a bigger, bulkier guy. And so I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And so I started learning the playbook and what the fullback and the tight end does in the Walton offense. And I realized that it's the tight end in the Walton offense is one of the most important roles in the offense. And so and I love the competition too, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep learning the steps and keep seeing how this goes. And so luckily I kept following Coach K's lead, and he kept pushing me. He was like, you need to keep going, and so and he's obviously helped me to make me the tight end I am today, and which I'm very thankful for, to be in the tight end role in the offense, in the Walton offense.
100%. You do a good job with that too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's talk about that tight end position, because when we talk to these high school coaches, they've said the same thing. That is such a crucial position. Really, their formations, their looks on the field, it goes through the tight end. They don't have to leave the field. They can go from run heavy to pass, but your role as a tight end, it is something that's kind of unique, and you obviously have a special chemistry with your quarterback, but that's something that's popping out to film from the Miami of Ohio staff, where they're seeing, okay, this guy's route running is just on point, he's making clutch plays, and then he really understands the game, has that vision. So I'm sure the number one question you've been asked is, how tall are you? But just talk about physically what you've been able to do this off season, just kind of what role you see yourself playing this season and then at the next level.
So this season obviously, last year I had a goal, I was trying to get to 1,000 yards, but I was just short, 970. So this year I want all my receivers before even I do hit 1,000 yards, and we're all gonna at least get, I don't know how many balls a game, but I just want to win. And so I feel like this year, especially it's my senior year too, so I got to step up and be that leader on the team and just show everyone that role. And show the younger kids even that play tight end, show them how to play, do everything, and show them what to do on this play and that play, and just help them out. And really just I just want to win and just be there for my brothers on my team, and yeah, just win a state championship. That's our goal this year, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can keep the mic for this, but I wanted to ask you about, people think of the tight end position and blocking, but that's something that has come naturally to you. But talk about that aspect, just being able to block, whether it's on the line of scrimmage, downfield, help your teammates get open, but also obviously having that catching ability.
No, I love blocking kids and pancaking kids and putting them in the dirt. It's very fun, and because obviously football's a game, you can go out there and hurt a kid and not get in trouble for doing it, and so that's why I love the game. But catching the ball is, I love catching the ball, and like I feel like once you catch the ball and you tuck it, you're really already making a play, and you just got to make it a better play than it is, and just get those yak yards, and really just be elusive, even when you're like even without the ball in your hands, and just helping your teammates get open, like on screen plays and taking the safety away and running him downfield, really, and also opening up like other holes so Jeremy could rip a ball into for another receiver. So no, it's great, like also knowing that like when you're getting another receiver open, that they're wide open and they're going to catch and score. So
100%. And then my next question to you is, you talked a little bit about the role of kind of being a leader, right, and taking control at the tight end position. And you got a young guy coming up, Jude Cascone. So what are some things you're teaching him? And a follow-up to that question, what are some things you worked on as far as route running to hone on your game? Is it your releases? Is it, the way you separate from the defenders? What are some things you work on to kind of always be open in the middle of the field and kind of be that soft spot, that security blanket for Jeremy?
So yeah, no, like Jeremy and I have always had a good just football relationship, because we've always been training together. Even the reclass year, we would train together every day, and like we've always had that like connection. And so, but like he knows, like, and we would always go run routes together. So like he knows like my type of route running, and like he knows like he knows what I like to do when I'm like trying to get open. So he knows like I'll try to sit in the hole just like when it's open, and plus like, and then on Jude, I mean, he's gonna be great. I mean, I've just tried to like help him out on the plays and stuff, because he's got everything down at a tight end standpoint, and really, and he's came from Marist, so Marist kids love to hit linebackers, and so he loves to pop kids, and I don't think on the blocking part he doesn't have any issues with that, but we're just getting him right with the plays and getting him ready for like when it's for his time to come, and like when we go into like double tight end sets. So yeah,
100%. Okay, and then I'll ask one more and throw it to Craig. So tell us a little bit about the relationship you built with Coach Welch at Miami of Ohio. What did that kind of look like? When did they reach out to you? And just what kind of, made that home for you? I know a lot of kids look for certain things. What was some things you looked for and made you commit, like, this is the college for me?
So the day that they offered me, he called. He was actually texting me during the class, and I got pulled out of class, and he called me, and I thought it was a random number, just hit me up, but it ended up being Coach Martin from Miami, Ohio, the head coach. And so he called me, and he was basically telling me like how he and the whole staff watched my film, and they're basically like, we love the way you play, and we just don't get why anyone hasn't offered you yet. So we want to offer you a scholarship, and we want you to commit. And like he was saying that on the whole phone call, and I was like, Coach, like I will, like this is a dream. And then he was like, well, you need to come up here and visit the school first. And so I went up there like the next weekend after they offered me, and then for the junior day, and that Monday I got back from Miami, Ohio, I called the coach. I was like, Coach, I'm committed, because everything, like when I went up there, like if it just felt like family from when I stepped on campus and like the moment I was off of it. And like they did everything right, and their facilities are top notch. It's better. Their facilities are better than half the P5s out there, and like they have a brand new indoor, and they just put a brand new scoreboard in and stuff like that, and just the campus is very beautiful, and everything about it is just like awesome. And my dad and I, it was just me and my dad when we first went up there, and we both fell in love with it, and we both knew that my mom would like it a lot. So
Nice.
we came home, we were like, Mom, like this is the spot probably. And so she was like, wait, I gotta go.
Mama got to see it
Yeah.
first.
I was
Gotta
like,
get
Mom,
Mom's
but
approval.
I gotta make this business decision, and so she understood, and she figured, she like knew like when I love something, then she'll like love it a lot, and that's when we went up there, I could see in her eyes that that I made the right decision. So
100%.
and I'm very, very blessed with it. So
I'll take it.
yeah.
Yeah, and Georgia loves football. Ohio loves football too. I mean, can't really beat that in terms of the states. You got Canton there. Got actually some big cross-state matchups of Valdosta playing Massillon coming up. So we know the support for football is outstanding there. Think what I want to ask you though. You could have probably been recruited as a linebacker. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of positions you could play on the football field, but you went into the tight end role. You happened to go to Walton, where they're able to kind of quite literally shape some of the offense around you. Maybe all of it, no, some of it. And that's an exciting thing. It's almost like we take you for granted watching the Walton game, because it's just like anytime you need a clutch play, you find a way to get open and make it. And we're just like, oh, well, Raiders got Hunter, so there's that. But talk about going into that tight end role, and then you've set yourself up to where this is your last semester. You could potentially get on campus early. They've said they could want you to come up, not redshirt, play right away. So having that opportunity, how is that just going to motivate you to sharpen your focus this upcoming season, knowing that obviously it's a big senior year, your last run, but really this could be preparation to get a great opportunity to play up there?
Yeah. No, so really, like, they basically told me, like, even though that I'm committed and everything, we want you to focus on your senior year before anything and have fun, because it's like your last year of high school and you'll never get it again. And so really just like I've been making sure my teammates and we've been going hard all practice, because like this year, like I don't want to have any regrets. So I want to like everything like 100%. That's what I've really tried to do, and trying to like show my teammates like that you should do that too, and just picking up everyone at practice and just really like getting like, I don't know, I want to be like, I'm trying to be the best tight end in the state this year. So that's my goal, and also I want to be the best team player too. So that's really like, and we also like the whole team, like we know we have a chance, like, and we believe in each other, and like we know we could have a great season this year. So that's also another exciting thing, that also all the teammates, we all believe in each other too. So it gives us more like motivation throughout the season to keep going. So
100%.
Yeah.
And then I got one more another question for you. I'm curious, I know there's a storyline behind this, so tell us, Hunter, why do you wear the number 9 for the Walton Raiders? I know there's a story behind it, but tell us the specifics of what the number 9 means to you.
So number 9, it's my older brother that I lost in a car accident in 2002. He always wore the number 9, and my dad, he wanted me to keep like honoring the number and keep carrying the torch. So I was like, all right, like I started wearing number 9 in like 3rd or 4th grade, because all the younger years I had like a random number, and then I started wearing number 9, and then I've always just worn it my whole life. And now I like got the chain and everything, because like I want to represent it and show like why. Like, I mean, I get that question a lot, And so I explain it to him, and then really it's like I feel like I'm honoring like my brother, and that's what I really want to like do, to show him that like I'm representing him and what he, and like because he was a great baseball player, and he carried out, and he was going to get drafted to the MLB, to the Phillies, months before he passed away, but now I feel like it's my time to carry the torch and keep the name going and keep the number going. So
Right.
yeah, and that's why I love wearing the number 9. So.
Gotcha. And you can keep the mic. This is a follow up to that. Do you feel like sometimes when you're out there on Friday nights wearing the number 9, do you just feel like sometimes your brother is out there with you, just in spirit?
All the time. I feel like definitely like when I'm like going through hard times, like if I'm like tired or something, like in my mind, in the back of my mind, there's always an extra motor that I know like it's given from God, and like I'm just very thankful for that. And I know it, like when I have this chain on, I feel I'm always protected, and like luckily I haven't been injured at all, so thankful for that. So
100%. That's a cool story. We appreciate you sharing that, Hunter. That was awesome. And we see where some of that kind of consistency comes from you, and just kind of always putting your best foot forward. So, we appreciate that. But I'm going to throw it to Craig. I'm sure he got another one for you.
Yeah, you talked about how Walton's kind of been gelling the last few weeks. You guys are definitely reared up and ready to go, but you'll be rocking that number 9 jersey in some big football games this year.
Yep.
We'll get an opportunity to see you on TV. What can people expect to see with Hunter Teal? Are you going to come out try to show this physicality, the speed you've been adding to your game? I mean, what kind of season can we expect?
No, so y'all can expect a very, very exciting season out of me, because I've just been like throughout the whole summer we've been going, and like the team build also is like we got the connection down and the chemistry. And like we're gelling, and so we've got that down. We're just trying to get the plays down and stuff like that. But this season, like I want to be the best I can be for my team, because I want to win every game, and we have 3 goals: win the opener, win the region, win the closer, and that's what my team and I want to do, and we're gonna keep following those goals. So.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a special senior class. We were just talking about you guys are going all over, just all the different commitments. You guys are star-studded, but is that just the general census of this senior class, just knowing that it's going to be up to you guys to come out, get you guys off to that fast start, and honestly, take down a Grayson team where the last time Walton played them was the state championship in 2011.
Yeah, no, we got to get paid back for that.
Yeah.
No, this year, like, I think we have a great opportunity at, like, beating Grayson, and then we got to move from game to game and just keep focusing our next opponent, and then beat that opponent, and then move on to the next. Just keep doing that all season. And then we're going to beat North Cobb this year. Yep. We have to. And, like, I know I got a good feeling that, like, our team's going to pull it out, and we're going to do it. And really I know we're going to have a good chance at state, and also, like, a good playoff run.
And then I got another question to follow up. Obviously, the Buford game, right? Mm-hmm. How important do you think it is? Obviously, the 3 goals you said: win the opener, win the region, win the state. But how important is it to host kind of that playoff game at home? Obviously, Walton can play anywhere, but just how special that be to host that second playoff game at home instead of being on the road playing in a hostile environment.
No, that'd be awesome, because last year I think we hosted the first playoff game was South Forsyth, and it was on a Saturday at 3:00, and it was like I loved the environment, and like the weather was great and everything, but it'd be awesome to host a playoff game at Raider Valley. So and it always packed out too during playoffs. So
100%. I was telling Craig, I was like, I kind of want to, like, you guys were on TV so much last year. It was like 5 games. And we seen you for like 4 of them, but all of them were on the road. Yeah. We didn't see any of you guys' games at home. So I was like, I want to go to Walton and see what that environment is like at Raider Valley and just
it's
how your fans are.
It's awesome. The student section goes crazy always. It's always packed out. And, like, when you're on the sidelines, you could hear the students jumping up and down the stadium, like, or that part of the stadium shaking. And it was just like, damn, how are they not falling through yet? But it's funny, though. And they be jamming out there. So... No, it's a great environment, and then also like the parents and stuff, they cheer very loud, and they all have the cowbells and stuff like that. So it's one of the best environments in the state, definitely. And in the Benz, it's crazy because there's so many Walton fans. There's always more Walton fans at the Benz than there usually is at the Walton games at home. It's kind of cool, but the Benz is crazy when you walk out the tunnel too. It's pretty sick. So
100%. And then let's talk a little about your relationship with your head coach Daniel Bruner. Tell us what that's meant to you. You said he's a great coach and some of the things he's helped you in your life. But just talk about the relationship with him and what he's meant to you. Football, not only football, but also your life as well.
No, Coach Bruner, he's definitely been a big role model in my life because like he tries to show all of us like. I mean, he loves us like we're his own sons, and that's like one thing I've always loved about him because he always makes sure that like we're trusting him and like we trust in the process, and I trust everything he says and everything he makes us do because I know I'll be a better football player and man along in the future, and that's what he tries to teach us, and he like every time like. We'll walk into school, he'll be in the weight room trying to show off and trying to get a lift in at like 6 in the morning. And it's he'll be like, why aren't you here? Where were you at 6 in the morning? I'm like, Coach, I was sleeping. But no, I always get some extra work in with him all the time, though. And our relationship's awesome. He's always been a role model towards me, and I really like. I mean, he was definitely like he's the best head coach in Georgia and probably in the nation. And I just can't be thankful for I wouldn't want another head coach. So.
Yep, and you'll have him as current events teacher this year as well.
Yep.
So, on Monday mornings, you get to celebrate some victories together, hopefully.
Yep.
I want to ask you just about this offseason. You guys won so many 7-on-7 tournaments. I thought you guys got robbed at the Georgia Tech one. They didn't let you go for the 2-point conversion, arbitrary rule. But when you're going up against these defenses, you're going to be playing Grayson week 1. It's like, with your specific skill set, if you know that, okay, this guy is really fast, I can beat him with this, how are you comfortable with your own gifts as a tight end? Where do you just do it in the moment on how to beat certain players or win the matchup, or how do you create like a mismatch on the field?
So usually like it really just depends on like the route about a run, because like every route is like, I mean, I try to make it look like a go, but like I'll switch it up every time, and like also like you'll have to like switch up your releases, but like usually I don't really get pressed in 7-on-7, but during fall or football season, the safeties are usually just play over top. So I just got to make a move and attack their toes really every time. Like, and even it really doesn't matter what route I'm running. You got to just make it everything look straight, and really just and our play calling like I just gotta make sure I do my role in that play and do my job for my team, so we can open up that hole to score and maybe open up another route for one of my teammates to score. So.
Yeah, and what I like about watching Walton too, you guys have a play for every situation.
Yeah.
And you aren't talking about on the sideline. It's like if let's just say you guys get in a 3rd and long, you guys already know to run up there and okay, we'll make it a 2-down scenario, or we'll go for it right now. So. What about the Walton tempo do you think is going to help you just at the next level, whether it's understanding the game and just being able to take advantage of just knowing the preparation is going to pay off?
No, it's definitely going to prepare me for the next level because, like everything we do, even at practice, we practice up tempo stuff, and we're always moving around and like if we're not moving around like fast enough, Coach Bruner will get on to us and you're like, y'all are being lackadaisical, like come on, pick it up, like because we usually, like, during the game, you want to be moving around quick. You don't want to be the laziest on the field because you'll get knocked down. But we usually, and Coach Jones, he emphasizes a lot like up-tempo stuff, and we do a lot of tempo stuff at practice, and we like run through our plays a lot just to like make sure like. And yesterday we'll get some extra work in after practice, and we'll go run a lot. Like we'll run like to the 50-yard line like 10 times, and just for like extra work, and just he also wants us, like all the receivers and the skill players, to be in shape before the season starts. So, and yeah, no, that Coach Jones has also done a great job at up tempo stuff.
Do you like hanging out with the receivers or the linemen more?
What's a good one?
Oh, that's a good one. I would definitely. I mean, I like hanging out with. I'm gonna say the linemen, because they're funny. I mean, the receivers. I like hanging out with both of them, but the receivers, they're just kind of like the linemen are just funny to be around, and like they're just a bunch of clowns.
You're gonna turn.
Yeah, and like you have a bunch of big guys. You have a bunch of big guys around you. No one's gonna mess with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And I got another question just about the receiver role as well, and I've been studying it more. Just how important is it to use it? Say somebody is pressing you, using leverage kind of against the corner, like you said, you kind of go in a straight line, kind of bait the safety on what you're going to do. But how important is that if someone is pressing you and playing tight coverage to use that leverage against them to get open?
No, yeah. So usually, like, if someone's pressing me, and like, I'll like just try to read and see if they're on their heels or toes, and if they're like, that usually depends on like what release I'll use, and I'll switch it up. I'll usually try to switch it up every time, and if I'll just really try to make it not seem like the route I'm about to run. So like I'll like, if I'm about to run like an out route, I'll make it look like I'm about to run inside, then go back out, just to like create separation and make him go inside a little bit, so I have a lot of room on the outside to run my route and really take my time on it. So, yeah.
Gotcha. And then let's go back to your parents. Just talk about the relationship you have with them, and just the impact they've had on your life and getting you where you are today.
No, yeah. So the impact they've had is just unbelievable. They've paid a lot of money for my training and stuff. So I can't be thankful enough to have the parents that I have. And really, I've always been hoping that I would be able to pay them back by getting like a scholarship or something like that. So, which I'm very like glad that I did, to pay them back, because like that means a lot to them. It shows that I like care about, and like I want to accomplish things and accomplish my goals too.
Gotcha. And then for you, Hunter, let's ask some fun questions. What are some things you just like to do in your free time, for one? And then two, man, what's that kind of pregame like snack? Mm-hmm. And what's that pregame go-to song, if you have one, that you like to do to get you fired up?
No, I like the song. This goes for Ashton Woods too. The Skrilla by Kodak Black. We jammed to that in the locker room, and then my pregame, I would say pregame snack. Probably, I mean, we usually just have the pregame meals there, but I always get a bag of red Doritos. I always get those, and then a banana. Okay. Always. And then I'll have like just a half bottle Pedialyte, because usually in the morning, I'll drink half bottle Pedialyte, and then I'll save it for after school.
Gosh.
So right before it'll kick in, right before game time. So, and usually you only need about like half a Pedialyte bottle, and you'll be fine.
Right.
But usually I sweat so much, so I gotta hydrate all day. So.
100%. Well, if I could make a recommendation, I would say try the purple bag of Doritos.
Okay.
They're a little spicy, a little sweet, but those are really good.
I got you.
Yeah.
No, I like hot Cheetos too.
Yeah,
so.
Yes, sir. But
what's your favorite? There's a lot of Walton uniform combinations.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite one?
So we recently just got the red on reds, but I've heard in the past years at Walton, red on red is bad luck. But I mean, against North Cobb, I don't think it was bad luck because we were wearing red on red. I think we just.
Or after we beat Buford, and Chelsea, we'll.
'em. Yeah, those look really nice. And then, do you have a favorite color? Or do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I think the red on red is the best.
Yeah, those look really nice. And then, do you have a favorite color? Or do you have a favorite? what was just some of the highlights of the off season? Maybe not football related, just hanging out with the guys, taking a trip, or just being able to calm the mind or let loose before you guys are going to be battling it out.
Yeah, so no, actually my birthday was July 5th, so
Nice.
Jeremy Ashton and I went down to Clearwater, Florida. And the beach down there is so beautiful. I mean, it's everything you can see down there. Like, you can see through the water. It's just all clear. And we also did like the surfer thing, where the water shoots up and you're like you to get on the knee board or like do the surfer thing. And I failed like 5 times. I could never get the surfer thing, so I had to get on the knee board. Because you have to have so much like coordination to do like the surfer thing. It's just so hard to balance. And all the water shooting up.
I was down there the same week.
Really?
Yeah, I was down there. I went on July 4th.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was fun.
It's a good little
Yeah,
spot.
it's awesome. Sweet. And then you got practice today, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. Well, I guess last question, and we'll kind of let you guys get to practice. Just I know you want to leave your mark and obviously make this a great year. But my last thing is just so far in your career, whether it's youth football, middle school or high school, what's been your favorite memory that you've had just playing the sport? Whether that was scoring a touchdown, a certain player, just what's one thing you just always remember, playing the game of football that just stands out to you?
Just the feeling after you win. Like, I feel like really nothing can beat that. Cause like after you win, like even if you had a bad game, like y'all won. Like you can't really like beat that you got the W. Cause like that's what it's all about, is winning and being like, obviously even if you like you were the best you can be, then it's you have a better feeling like for yourself and with your brothers too, understanding along with you. So it definitely winning is one of the best memories, or like the best like feelings you can get after a game. So,
100%.
yeah.
I'll take the mic back. So guys, thank you so much for joining our special exclusive interview and sit down with Hunter Teal, 3-star, going to Miami, Ohio. Obviously, we'll have a couple games on TV, with Walton. First one will be Walton Grayson. So we just appreciate him and his parents, Rick Teal and his mom, just inviting us over to allow us to do this exclusive interview with him and learn more about him as not just Hunter Teal, a football player, but also as a person. But I'll throw it to Craig with just any closing comments.
Thank you once again, Hunter, for the commitment. It's been a great high school career so far, and we can't wait to see you prove that you're the best tight end in the state.
Awesome, thank you.